Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon reading in Aries. This is conjunct the solar eclipse, which also occurs on April 8th and is within minutes of the new moon. So I'm focusing on the new moon aspect, which happens consistently because I want to give you more information about the area of your life, Libra, that this is impacting, which for you naturally is the house of your partnerships, your relationships. This can be relationships with individuals or groups of individuals, as well as goals, organizations. You can have a relationship with anything. However, traditionally, this was the house of marriage. So I am doing personal readings. The information for that you can find in the description box below. Most importantly, all are welcomed here. I appreciate your presence and appreciate all of your comments, feedback, appreciations, as well as your generous donations. I am really humbled. So let's get started, Libra, with your overall energy, the Hangman. This is finding you in a time of stepping back, understanding that in order to take advantage of the opportunities around you, you need to think differently. You need to see things differently. The sort of general truism around perspective is half full, half empty. How do we see a half full glass of water? This is, of course, more comprehensive than looking at a single thing, but it is about focusing and shifting on new ways of evaluating, assessing, understanding your opportunities, your experiences, so that you are opened up to new possibilities. And that can require a stepping back to process the incredible changes that many of us are experiencing and that you are particularly experiencing in your life. This is focusing on the way that you relate, the way that you engage in any and all exchanges of energy, including naturally money and love. In the 10th house, the house of your social position, the way others see you, the Page of Cups indicates a real lightness, a real openness of your heart, almost a playfulness, a lack of taking things too seriously, but really understanding, actually enjoying humor, the possibilities of being playful around the very serious work that you do. The idea that you can interject some divine comedy or otherwise into a situation is part of what is attracting people to you and a part of your ability to be compassionate with others. If you are a leader in a leadership position, if you are managing other people, resources, you are one to whom people are drawn for your support, your gentle support, for your ability to allow others to be heard, to simply listen, to be non-judgmental, to look at it from a perspective of empowerment, joy, gratitude. In the first house, the Empress. The Empress in the first house is really about your perspective, your empowered perspective, and it really puts a beautiful light on the way in which you are telegraphing this power to others. So here you're not only generating lots of new ideas, you're generating abundance from any situation or resource you have at hand. You are at the same time really receiving the recognition and rewards you've earned. And you're consciously stepping back and allowing yourself to be appreciated, to be loved, to be honored, to be respected. And this is a way of stepping back from that energy of putting yourself out there, being the more assertive energizer in a group, and allowing yourself to be receptive to the energies. This is your ruling planet Venus, so the balance of your relationships and your efforts are uppermost in your mind, that you can give from a place of love, enjoyment, abundance, pleasure, and that you have a process that you enjoy, that you love. In the fourth house, the house of your history, your home, your soul, your roots, there is some confirmation that you have made a deep connection within, that you are honoring your highest potential, that you are understanding your absolute worthiness to pursue your dreams, to pursue the things that fulfill your sense of significance in the world, that create, that ensure abundance in your life, that you're finding abundance in your ability to honor and respect yourself. And this is reflected in all of your relationships. So it's interesting, with such a consistent emphasis on relationships, both the Empress and the Hanged Man are at the octave of 3. And 3 is this creative flow, the giving and the receiving of divine love, earthly love, material love, emotional love. This is something that you are experiencing in so many of your relationships, but primarily understanding that feeding yourself is the prerequisite for enjoying relationships in general. In the 7th house, the house of your significant relationships, it looks as though you're putting together something new, something fresh. You are collaborating with others to design a project. You are turning your skills, your talents, your services outward towards new potential audiences, new clients, new students, in a way that requires you to reach out and thus wait for the feedback from your earliest efforts. So you are outlining a project, you are making contacts, you're looking for models of ways that you would like to, successes you'd like to emulate, or products you'd like to work in a similar vein, you'd like to emulate. This isn't about copying. This is about being inspired by things others have done, drawing in potential collaborators based on what they've done in order to lend some support, some inspiration to a project you are dreaming up. You can also be receiving offers, but I think at this point you are making offers to others to build something unique and inspirational. I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey card in Libra. If this is resonating for you, please like this video, share this, comment below, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is greatly appreciated. And I pulled the card upside down, Trust. I love the beautiful deep color because it belies how significant and profound the ability to trust is. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And this is where trust comes from within. It comes from this sense of love and respect for oneself, faith that you have what you need to pursue your dreams, your goals. And as you trust yourself, then you make good decisions about whom to trust and what to trust. I'm also going to pull a flora and fauna of Africa, and I pulled the red-headed vulture. And the plant associated with that is this really gorgeous Scotch thistle, really pretty magenta, maroon, fuzzy thing. And the key word is self-respect. Accept your flaws and strive to be a better you. Learn from your mistakes and move on. It will be very rewarding. I love this. I love this. I'm going to clarify the Empress in the first house with the Five of Fire in the second house and the Nine of Air in the third house. You are absolutely in the thick of solving problems among team members. You may be actually called upon to solve some health problems for others or for yourself. You may be cleaning up your diet. You may be initiating a new exercise program. You may be meditating and taking steps to maximize your own well-being in an all-sided way. This is about things you value. And so your self-respect requires you to take care of yourself, to make yourself as healthy, as whole a vehicle as possible for the work that you do. This is a beautiful energy that is very much in keeping with springtime, the initiation of the new solar year. And we are the beginning of the horoscope year. And so this is adding fuel, adding energy to this process you are undergoing that is about really releasing old sorrows, really maximizing your understanding of experiences, disappointments, failures that you have undergone, and taking full responsibility for those. Understanding that even if those were things outside of your control, you understand how to gain the most from the most unfortunate experience. And that renders a challenge into a gift, because it has led directly to an increased self-knowledge, an increased ability to know who you are, lending greater authenticity and the potential for greater abundance to all your efforts. This is the ability to connect deeply with yourself, and that helps you to connect deeply with others. The Two of Cups in the fourth house is clarified by the Page of Water in the fifth house and the Hanged Man again in the sixth house. So yeah, this is helping me to understand the way that you are installing new positive regimes, routines, habits into your daily life in order to maximize your productivity. In addition, perhaps, to healing up your physical body, healing your environment that you operate within, understanding the connection between a well body, a whole body, and a whole environment, really giving yourself cause to make a complete cycle around where and how well-being generates itself, how you can sustain yourself in that way. Part of that is, again, a repeat with the Page of Water, the Page of Cups. This is a real opening up of your heart. And again, there's a lot of repetition here, but you, in addition, for some of you, you may be pregnant, male or female. You as a couple may be pregnant. You as an individual may be pregnant in some way. You're certainly opening up your heart in order to nourish, birth, imagine a new possibility. This is in the house of creating and reproduction and recreation. So you can see the tie here. This also is about children. Children may be significant in your life, in your work. There may be a challenge or a way that you're helping to groom your children or children in general, if you're a teacher, by teaching them or modeling some kind of emotional health, mindfulness, meditation, ways to be still, ways to honor their emotional strength, their emotional intelligence. The Three of Wands in the 7th house is clarified by the Ace of Earth in the 8th house and the Judgment, the Call, in the 9th house. Not only am I seeing a new opportunity being available to all of you, and that can explain the sense of holding yourself back a little, the sense of surrendering, really trying to understand the process and the changes that you have been undergoing. Because there is a new opportunity, a profound investment that you're contemplating. By investment, I am specifically looking at something you're doing with and on behalf of others, significant others. This can be in a marriage, in a business, in a personal business, but a way in which you are investing back into an effort, a growth that you've already made, and you want to now build upon that opportunity. This is something that seems as though it is a do-over for you. This may be recalling something that you have done through your educational experience, through travels, through a connection to an institution or individuals distant from you, an opportunity to develop a curriculum of some sort. This can even be a ministry, a call to higher spiritual achievement in some way. You can be publishing or making public something that is an opportunity to build from or telegraph from what you've already been doing, part of your work. But I see this as a place of purpose for you, and understanding that this is what the service you're meant to contribute to the greater whole, and that it's something that you perhaps have attempted, you certainly have glimpsed this, experienced this opportunity, at least in passing before, but it never came to fruition in the past. Now there's an opportunity to do it and make it a successful experience. The Page of Cups in the 10th house is clarified by the 6 of Water in the 11th house and the 2 of Earth in the 12th house. So this is really giving some more description around the positive memories and experiences that you have glimpsed in the past that are answering the sense of purpose and mission, the sense of your authentic expression having arrived in a way that can now be productive, successful, abundant for you. This is perhaps bringing back someone or an opportunity from the past that brings to memory a time when you exercised your gifts automatically. That means from a place of playfulness, joy, lightness, without any judgment, without an agenda to fulfill. You simply have that pleasant, nostalgic memory of having experienced that, even if it's in a bubble. And I do see you really trying hard to integrate what you are now stepping into, this empowerment that you're feeling, the sense of honor, self-respect, keeping yourself whole in order to do what you now understand is very important work, and how that experience relates on a very personal, individual level. This isn't just about integrating the social goals or lessons you've learned into the work that you do in the world, but it's about the way that uh, um, breaks down on an individual level, from the food you eat to the exercise you do, to the friends that you make, the connections you're able to make at every moment. So I'm understanding why there is a need for you to consider deeply and profoundly ways in which you can open up to recognize all the opportunities that you now have and the ways, the potential for them to be leveraged into greater service for your community and greater abundance for you. I'm going to finish this reading, Libra, with an crystal oracle. Hope that this is resonating for you. So these popped up and I will take them. Just the one on top, the black tourmaline. And the mantra is protect your energy. Thank you so much, Libra, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.